composites, and cutouts. In today's lesson, our objectives are to be able to use the formula sheet to identify figures and determine the area and volume of two-dimensional and three-dimensional figures, including practical problems. This time, however, we are going to be working with composites. Those are figures that are put together with other figures. And when figures are put together, it's necessary to use multiple formulas and add. So for example, we're trying to find the surface area of the composite solid shown below. Notice this solid is nowhere to be found on our formula sheet, but it is made up of solids that we can find on our formula sheet. The top is the pyramid, and the bottom is the rectangular prism. See, this is the top, the pyramid, and the base is the rectangular prism. So we're going to need two formulas. For the top, which is the pyramid, from our formula sheet, we see that the surface area is this formula. However, remember that the surface area is the area for all of the faces of the pyramid, which means all of the sides, including the base. However, because these two solids are put together, we don't actually have the bottom face of the pyramid. So that means we only want the sides of the pyramid. So we actually need to use the lateral area formula, 1/2 LP. So let's write down for our pyramid that we want the lateral area, 1/2 times L times P. In the picture, they showed us L. L is that slant height, so we see that L is 15. P, remember that P means the perimeter of the base, which they didn't give to us, so we have to find that. So notice the base of the pyramid, I'm tracing right now in red, isn't shown with any measurements, but we have these lengths down at the very bottom of the prism. These lengths are the same, so we know that these lengths will be 14 centimeters each, which makes that a square. So looking back at our formula sheet, we're calling the square at the top, we want the perimeter formula P equals 4S, where S is the length of the side. So we're going to use that formula, P equals 4S, and the S is 14. So P equals 4 times 14, therefore P equals 56. Now we can plug all of that information into our lateral area formula. So LA equals 1/2 L, which we see from the picture, 15, and P that we just computed, 56. That makes the lateral area for the pyramid 420. Now we want the rectangular prism. Now remember that ultimately we're looking for the surface area, but not all of the surfaces are shown. The top surface is covered by the pyramid, so we don't want actually the surface area formula. We need to think of only the surfaces that are shown here that are not covered up by another solid. So we've got the four sides of the rectangular prism, which are each rectangles on their own. So we've got this side rectangle, which has a base of 14 and a height of 16. Back to our formula sheet, we see the rectangle, and the area for the rectangle, because we want the area of the surfaces, is L times W, where in this picture the L is the length and the W is the width, one side times the other side. So we want the area of the side, so that's going to be 14 times 16. Now keep in mind that it's not just this side, but it's also this side and the side on the left, and the side in the back. There are 4 sides to this rectangular prism. So the area of one side is 14 times 16, but the area of 4 sides will be 4 times 14 times 16. That's actually what we want, and that makes 896. Did we leave out any surfaces? We did. We haven't yet computed the area of the base. This base right here of the rectangular prism. Notice that that base has a length of 14 and a width of 14. So for the area of that one base, we're going to do 14 times 14, or 14 squared, because it is a square. That makes 196. So now we've got to put all of that together to get the surface area of that composite solid that's shown. So we've got to take all of the areas that we computed, the lateral area from the pyramid, the area of the 4 sides of the rectangular prism, and the area of the base of the rectangular prism. So our total surface area of this funny solid is 420 plus 896 plus 196, and altogether that makes 1,512 centimeters squared. Why squared? Because it's area. Area is 2 dimensions, so we square the units. There's our final answer for the area of the composite solid.